Good morning and welcome to Good morning and welcome to the Angel and Tina Morning Show. Happy Monday. Hello everybody. Tina, how are you doing?
You said a rhyme. You said 3, 2, 1. Let's have fun. We have so much fun in the green room. We forget that we're not live, and we're like, oh,
Like we're
conversation live.
We're starting to have too much fun here. Yeah, we've got to go live. We've got some really fabulous guests coming to us this morning. Becky from the West Coast, 3-hour time zone difference between us and Florida. Becky, how are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous, ladies. Thank you so much. Yes, and for already the giggles this morning. I can't wait what this is going to be like today.
And it's so funny because you guys all know that Angel and I, we have like pajama pants, yoga pants on the bottom, right? And so I was telling Becky, like, oh, I love your photo back there. And she's like, oh, it lights up. She's like, you want me to light it up? And then she goes, oh, wait, never mind. And I was like, why? I was like, we're not live. She goes, well, I have shorts on. I'm like, girl, we have pajama pants on the bottom. You're good.
We're all good, right? We only have to be keyboard up, right?
Exactly.
Isn't that nice?
That's all we need.
Dagmar, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You look glamorous. I am loving that green on you. Do you wear that color a lot?
You know what? I do love the greens, the yellows, a lot of the blue. But yeah, I think this is one of my favorites.
That color does look good on her.
Mm-hmm. Like that could be like your go-to, like when you like, oh, I have a quick camera thing. Like I just got to get like
today. Yeah, I was like, this is the one. Here we go.
Instant. Just add flavor, right? I love it.
Yes.
Well, ladies,
how was your weekend, Angel?
Well, we just moved to Florida a couple months ago, right? Just moved in. So when I am not working, I am fussing with this house. I unpacked a bunch of boxes again this weekend.
Well, you also posted some little cannonball pictures of your pool.
Yeah, we are having fun with the pool. Yeah, I unpacked a bunch of boxes and then I packed them back up. Yeah, and
what? Like, I don't want that stuff in this house. Like,
it was like all these like pictures, like all of our frame pictures, and I don't have any place to put them, right? So I just packed them all up and put them back in the box and put them all back away. We did hang for the first time. We hung a couple family pictures up. And I was telling Jay, and we've walked around the house, we're moving in. We had sold all of our furniture when we moved to Florida. So we, slowly buying new furniture. But putting up our family picture makes it really does personalize it. It now
makes it from a house to a home.
Yeah, it was okay because none of this stuff is familiar, right? None of this furniture because it's all different. Right. And so it almost almost felt temporary or like it was somebody else's home. And so putting up our own family pictures, it's like, this is our house. And it starts to feel a little more personal. We've been here for 2 months and so just put up first pictures.
A real estate agent, because I used to stage houses for a lot of real estate agents, and they always say the first thing to do is take off all your family photos off the wall, so that way when other people come in, prospective buyers come in, they can feel themselves in that house instead of seeing another family in there.
Yeah, and I've had that.
That silver thing on your table, I have that on my table in my living room.
This?
Yes.
Oh, she's a little IKEA special?
Wait, what was it?
It's a little tray. It comes in white or silver. You have the silver one?
What do you call it? A Target special?
IKEA special.
Oh, IKEA.
It's the IKEA special.
We have a huge IKEA here in Charlotte, and I've never been to IKEA.
And you've never been into? Never. That's one of my favorite places.
Store.
Yeah,
right.
Denver.
Well, my favorite thing is like Kirkland's and.
Oh, me too. We have that.
That's my whole house is like Kirkland's decorated, and I'm a huge decorator, like huge decorator. Every holiday I decorate, whatever.
I know she puts up 20 trees for Christmas.
Oh,
five. Oh, 5.
He's like, oh, 5. No, just 5.
5.
Just 5.
I still have my Christmas tree
You
up
still have the Christmas tree up because it's so pretty.
because it's so pretty. It's all
You could change it out every year, like every holiday.
well,
have
it's all pink and white, so I have my pink and white ornaments, and so I added pink hearts to it, and then my ornaments look like Easter eggs. So
There you
so
go.
it's almost like a spring tree, and it has butterflies on it, and
It sounds so pretty.
it is
When
pretty.
they built
Christmas trees that look like a dress. Where the feathers.
Yeah.
those.
My
That's
girlfriend
so
has one
beautiful.
pink. I'm like,
I have something like that. When I had my shoe room, I'm living in Charlotte now, but I had a huge house in Atlanta, and I had a shoe room, and it wasn't a Christmas tree dress, but it was like a mannequin with a big, huge bouffant dress on there, and I would put my clothes on there and make sure that it all looked good.
oh my God, that's amazing.
That's so diva of
Right?
you. Come on.
But do you expect anything less from me?
No, I don't. I wouldn't.
That's awesome.
All
Yeah,
right.
but it sounds so awesome.
Okay, so ladies.
and
I'm gonna
11 pounds down.
Okay, we got to say that out loud. Like you got to say that without all the fuss and muss so people can hear that. I'm sorry. Say that again.
11 pounds.
11 pounds. You lost a whole person, like a whole baby. Like
yes.
Sounds like a person who weighs 11 pounds.
well, it's like a baby
Well, I
and
probably
a half,
looked like I was pregnant.
like a 3-month-old, right? 11 pounds, Tina. Congratulations.
That's
And I have so much energy. I got up this morning at 5. Well, I usually get up at 5, but I don't get out of bed until like 7. I have my whole morning routine that I do, but now my morning routine is it's a little bit shorter, and I've been getting on the treadmill, doing 2 and 3 miles a day, hitting my 10,000 steps. I'm gonna be a new chick by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Like, right? Yeah, let's high five her. Like, absolute high five. That's huge, Tina. I mean, like, grand, like progress.
Right?
I'm so proud of
so
you.
excited.
I am so proud of you.
Yes.
Well,
You
Dagmar
should
and I
be.
were together last night. We did our pitch fest for
Yes.
Launch-a-thon to hear everybody's ideas that they're going to be pitching and creating in the next couple of months, which was a super fun way to end our weekend. So it was great to see you last night, Missy. You
Yes.
got a
Thank
lot of
you.
good stuff coming. Everybody. All right. So Becky, all right, give us some good news. Like,
Oh,
what are you
Becky,
celebrating?
Becky has some good
I've been really working hard on putting a women's conference together called Moms Create a Movement. It is entrepreneurs. Miss Tina is going to be on it, and so we're going to have speakers speaking all day long. It's an all-day event. In the morning, it's like 10 a.m.
Pacific time?
Pacific time until right around 3-ish. So I'm super excited. I'm going to interview all these women that are entrepreneurs in business, and where it's going to support other entrepreneurs in business. So women, moms that I'm speaking with that, are going to share like girlfriend talk, and then down and dirty, and give them some major tips on how to be successful utilizing social media and business.
Yeah.
So I'm super excited about that.
Becky, it was 2009, and I was kind of going back into the workforce, been home raising our kids, and there was a lot of moms, right? A lot of us had been raising our babies and doing, just whatever we could, right? And now, so we hadn't been networking. We really hadn't been, in the professional space. That's where, when I started a whole new group. It was called Ladies Who Lunch. And it was just to support kind of moms, right? Who were working, and how do we elevate, and how do we,
you think that we would be, not that we're all huge, whatever, but I don't think we would be where we are today if we had little kids at home, like running around. Like my 3 kids, I had a direct sales business when my kids were young. And I was like the room mom, and I did all this stuff. I was constantly at the PTA, like PTA president, like everything. I was in the groove of it. And they were all boys, so they were all football, soccer, baseball players. I don't know how I did it back then, let alone how I would even do it now when they're all home.
right? I know.
Homeschooling these kids. I
There's
would
a lot of
go
moms out there
fucking
right now that are,
crazy.
homeschooling and working and doing all this. It's like, how do you navigate all of this? So it's going to be amazing because I have some women coming on that they talk about organization, right? How do you stay organized and still run your business and be successful as a mom? I've got a mom coming on that has 5 kids. And how's she doing it, right? It's just like,
Kudos to the moms.
Right?
Right? Kudos
Definitely.
to the moms, right? And they need all the support, they need all the encouragement, the cheerleading, the resources. What are you doing? Like, let's share our dirty little secrets of how we keep it all together.
And that's really, I've been that girl my whole life. I've been an entrepreneur my entire life. I own and operate a hair salon, my own business for the last 29 years. And I've been supporting women. And the cool thing about this, we'll have to drop a link here soon, but anybody that buys VIP, which gets the recordings and all the, women are bringing gifts for people. It's going to be amazing. So you will have that all in the VIP. But what's great about the VIP is part of the portions, which is $47 to get VIP. It's like nothing, right? But part of that will go to a foundation here. It's called Fresh Start. It's for women. So divorced women that need a fresh start with their kids, that need educated, they want to start a business. They want to, whatever it is, young women starting out, whatever it is, part of that money is going to go towards them. So I'm super excited to really promote this so we can help more women and all entities, right?
I love
that.
that piece because, as a mom, I was a single mom for a while, but as a mom who went through a divorce and empty nesting and did all that stuff, you need your tribe there. It's those girls, it's those women who, no judgment when you come with your hair in a ponytail and half your eyelashes are hanging off and you got spit up on your boob and you're like drinking your 4th cup of coffee for the day. You're like, there's like
glass of wine.
You gotta love the Starbucks cups at the PTA meetings, right? Because you don't know what's in here.
Right. Whatever works in the moment,
you're
right?
Like a little vodka.
I was thinking, like, when they had that back to school night in the beginning, and I thought they should really have a bar here. Like, they could clean up. Talk about fundraising for the whole year. Is if they had a bar for back to school night for all of these parents. Done, right?
Yes. There's a lot of mugs that says my morning coffee, or is it?
Okay, so Becky, we definitely want to get the link. We'll talk more about that and how that came to be and all of that. Dagmar, what are you celebrating? What did you celebrate this weekend?
Ooh, okay, so this weekend I celebrated a few things. One of them, obviously, I lost also weight. I lost weight. I achieved a rank within the company I'm in. And I'm also celebrating the fact that I'm creating this beautiful course oriented towards a book. It is something that we're going to talk more about of that in the future, but I'm so excited about all those things. It's just the process of creation. Like, it's so exciting, so much fun.
You just feel like, just all 3 of you, like, you're all launching, you're creating all these new things. I mean, you just kind of feel like on top of the world because you're pouring in to others. What you are doing is creating this incredible, like a ripple effect, right? You're throwing these little stones out into the world and seeing how it's changing people's lives. You guys are rock stars. You guys are just,
and it's almost like when one good thing happens, more good things just keep on happening.
Yes.
Right? Just like I teach, gratitude, push out gratitude to the world. You're going to get so much more back. It comes back tenfold.
It really does. And they're not that, and then there's the ups and the downs and life happens. But when we stay in
Lotta.
yeah. Right? The more we see, like, talking to somebody, I'm like, don't water that weed, right? Like, there's,
Spray it.
right? It's because the more you feed it, right? The two wolves, right? Which one wins? The one
Right.
you feed. When you are in this creative space, and truly that is the thing that separates us from from everybody else, is our creativity, our ideas and our innovation, and bring those ideas to life, to pour them into others. I just think like there's nothing else that lights you up the same way. And so just, it's like it's spring, it's all new. It's like
and
all
it's
this new stuff.
perfect timing too, because the spring is coming. It's a new season of us. But just like Becky said, there's so many things to that entrepreneurial thing. You're going up and down.
Yeah.
But it's those people that you keep in your circle. And I have, as I got older, my circle used to be so big. And I know I have tons of friends on Facebook, but not everybody is in the inner circle of Tina Torres. There's very, very few people in there. Some people I push out and some people I bring in. But you have your inner circle who helps you during those times, during those low times, and keeps you up there during those high times. Somebody's asking if we're sisters. Dagmar.
Oh, Dagmar and Tina. Right?
You know what? This is something that I've been telling Tina. We need to do a DNA test so we can clear this up if we are related or not, because we are, at least I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. I know her family is from Puerto Rico, from the south of the island. My family is from the south and the west side of the island. Torres, the last name in Puerto Rico, according to what I was told by my father years ago when I was growing up, it was like this story is like two Torres brothers from Spain moving to the island, and then they multiplied.
Like the Spanish people do, they multiply.
So I think that we might.
Together, we are like the same. We're like two peas in a pod. She's like, she'll say something. I'm like, oh my God, I just was gonna say that. Or I'll put something. She goes, oh my God, I was just gonna say that.
If you do the family thing, like you guys might, there's somewhere your branch meets
somewhere. I'm pretty sure that somewhere we branch, and I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna like, you know what? I'm gonna buy the DNA test kits, and I'm gonna send you one.
I don't know if they're accurate though. Like, I don't know if they're really accurate. I've heard people getting these DNA tests and they're like completely off the charts. Like, that's not what I am.
But you know what?
There's gotta be.
But you know what? You have, like, if you really want to like confirm, like, because I have done mine. I already got mine done. So and it brings you like from Spanish, from each European ethnicity that is out there. It gives you the percentage of your DNA, what belongs to it, right? So to kind of like double check that, you need to do more than one test. So, but not with the same company. Like you need to, for example, I don't want to, name any brand out there, but there's several ones that are really recognized that you can like go and, do one with each one of them so you can compare the results. So in that way, you're going to be more, secure or, sure that it is correct.
You have to stay tuned because you never know. We might be,
Yeah. So they're not like they didn't come because of their relation, but they could end up finding out that they are long lost,
That would be awesome.
Cousins down the line, man. You never know. I went to high school. I ended up becoming best friends with this girl. And years later, I'm talking to my grandmother, and I say her name, my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, what's her last name? And she goes, well, that's so-and-so's great. I was like, what? Wait. She goes, oh, yeah, that's your cousin. I was like, oh, my Lord. This town is getting way too small. I got to move on out of here.
When you start knowing people like at the drive-thru, you're in a way too small of a town.
Well, we just moved from Denver to Florida, and this place is huge. It's like, it is so big. Somebody invited us a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, and like it was 3 hours away. And I'm like, this place is gigantic. So there's plenty of room. There's plenty of room in Florida if any of y'all want to.
Well, a lot of people, I mean, since you moved and started that process to move to Florida, haven't you known, it's kind of like when you buy the white car, you know, everybody has the white car. But a lot of our clients and a lot of our guests who come on the show are like, oh, I'm moving down to Florida. Oh, I'm moving down to Florida. We're
Everybody's like, moving to Florida. If they're not moving,
I'm moving down to Florida at some point in my life.
If they're not moving here, they're at least visiting. Like, Angel, I'm coming to Florida. I'm coming to. And so tomorrow night, my in-laws are coming to town. And so
were they just in Washington, D.C.?
They were in Washington, D.C. Okay. Yeah, they're vaccinated. So now they're like,
they're vaccinated. They can go anywhere.
Yeah. So they're coming tomorrow. They're coming tomorrow night. So it'll be fun to have my in-laws here for their first
time seeing the house.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jay can do his cannonball. Was that Jay doing cannonballs?
It was Jay doing cannonballs.
I was dying. I kept going like this, looking. I'm like, I don't think that's Jay.
Yeah, that was Jay doing cannonballs. Yeah, he was having.
Still waiting for that pink flamingo to float by.
I know, we haven't blown it up yet, right? We'll blow it up. We'll blow it up tomorrow. Tina bought me like this giant flamingo for the swimming pool, so we'll blow that up. We've never owned a pool before, so we're learning all this, like how to run a pool and own a pool and hang out by the pool. And so yesterday we watched church online outside, hanging out by.
Oh, you need a projection screen so you guys can like do movie night in the pool.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's so fun because we have one and we float in our pool and we can watch the movies. And yes, it's so awesome. You'll love it. You should.
Okay, so you want to move to?
You can have a screen. You can have the blow up screen too.
Yeah.
You don't have to
have in those.
Yeah.
It's in those. Oh yeah, and we actually have a good place so we could put that too.
Right? You do.
We do. Where's Destin? Is that what you called it? Destin, Florida. Where is that?
It's down by, you know how. You have like that line
right there. Like that. It's right there.
Yeah. Right there.
Florida goes like this. It's like right there.
Okay, so it's far from me. I'm in Orlando.
It is.
Oh,
it's a couple hours from you, but it's a very pretty place.
If I'm going, it's going to be next to the ocean. Like that's the reason, because I could just be living here in Arizona. That's
true. So it was a big step for me, right, to go from Colorado to Florida. And yeah, from here we'll go to the ocean. We don't have an ocean. I have a little lake, and so I do get to look at water, which is really fun. And
yeah, those are where the alligators are. So
that's what that has alligators in it.
I told Jay, I said, I really should have decorated like Animal Kingdom, like animal prints for like this one
in your pool area.
Yeah. Yeah, because it feels like Animal Kingdom out there because we hear the frogs and there's birds and there's frogs.
That's one of the things. When I lived in Savannah at nighttime, when you would go out, you would just hear all the frogs. Oh, I hate creepy crawly things, but I hate frogs.
The sunset, they get so loud right at sunset. I mean, they just like,
because they're mating.
Yes.
That's what they're doing?
Yes.
Well, they're having a good time.
They're very loud. They must be Spanish.
Yeah, loud lovers.
Amazing time. Just leave them alone.
Yeah. So Becky, I was thinking I need to get like some pool towels in the animal print for my animal.
And you could have like little giraffes then.
I could. Yeah, it is. It's more like,
oh my gosh,
than tropics or anything, right? All right. Let's get to know.
Hurting this morning.
Have cheetahs out there, and so I might have to get
have little noisemakers.
It is noisy.
Hear off the frogs.
Frogs, they are so funny.
They are
so funny. And at right at sunset, like they just go. They're just going to town.
Oh wow!
I'm telling you.
Okay,
that's what they're doing.
So my son lives with us. He's 23, and he is looking out at the birds. Right? He's like, "Mom, I think those birds are fighting." I'm like, I think they're loving. It kind of looks the same.
They're not called lovebirds for no reason.
Fighting, loving, it's all the same.
It's the same thing, just like your husband, you fight, you love. Makeup part is better.
Okay, so Tina, you've started a whole new venture, started something brand new. You're on this new healthcare kick. You've lost 11 pounds. You've signed up 1 million people. Are checking it out, right? 19, right?
And I'm launching I just opened up my new group coaching program today called Client Attraction Program. I just sent all that emails out. Like it's all coming together. However, the dating life is still out there. There might be some possibles.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Well, okay. There were no that like. If we don't want to say it, don't want to jinx it, don't want to
jinx it, because every time I say it,
don't say it. Don't say it.
Right? I find out that they're married, so I just keep it all to my lonesome self.
Yeah, we got to make sure they're not married.
Yeah,
that's you know, you wouldn't think if they're dating that this would be a thing you have to ask,
right? Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
These days you have to ask everything, even the credit score.
Credit score, bank balance.
Even what is your credit score again?
There's a game out there that says when you're 20, do you have a job? Oh yeah, you have a full-time job. Okay, cool.
And you got a car? Oh my God,
you're so rich. But now you're like, okay, do you have any baby mama drama? Do you have divorce papers? Do you have a retirement plan? Do you have a
what's your debt to income ratio?
Right.
Exactly.
You got problem child? Because I don't want a problem child either.
Are you the middle child, the oldest, the youngest?
Where are you at in this situation?
Right? Do you believe in God?
It's quite complicated. Yeah, it is.
And after they answer all those questions, we still have to go, and dig in.
Right?
Because you don't know if they're answering. Yeah. They're like,
highlight reel.
Sure, baby, whatever you want me to say.
Whatever you want me to say. I'm single. Yeah, so for you ladies and for those who are listening, I went on a date a couple months ago, but they called me the next day. It was like, so one of our mutual friends seen you guys and took a picture of you guys on your date, and that's my boyfriend. And I'm like, wait, so I got paparazzi looking at me? Like, how did you guys take a picture of me? They have like all these photos of my date, like paparazzi, and
you didn't know, like somebody's taking pictures of you. That's kind of creepy too, right? Oh, and you were dating somebody. You were on a date with somebody else's boyfriend. And your world is so small that their friends saw you, took pictures, and said, "Oh yeah." And that's the thing. You can't hide from this stuff these days. Like, so public.
There's no hiding.
And she said, I was like, how do you know this? She goes, well, my friend and I watch your show every morning. I'm like, oh, great. That's just nice.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Too small.
I didn't know.
The world.
I didn't know.
Wow.
Wow.
It was a couple months ago.
This May is going to be 30 years for me that I've been married.
Please stay married. Like, I keep telling Angel, like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with her and Jay, but like, I'm like, it is not good on this other side.
Especially with this whole pandemic, like, how do you even meet like, how do you even, I don't even know. I said to my husband, so help me God, because something happens to you, it's it, man, I'm done.
Yeah. I told Angel, I said, I'm done with online dating. I think UPS man is just going to come to my room and deliver my man to my door.
He could be the man of your dreams. I don't know. He's got a great job.
I'm not.
Oh, he's got a
job.
He's got a job. He looks
got nice legs.
He's got nice legs.
He's got great skin.
Those UPS guys have nice legs.
Yes.
Like, yeah. They
also have a nice little booty.
Yes, because they're running a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Jay's got a nice booty too.
Yeah.
Well, we all know Jay has a nice booty.
And oh my God. And he's got amazing legs.
Last week, she's like, look what I was riding to. And she's like on her Peloton riding, and she's sending me a picture, and it's Jay cleaning the pool with no shirt on.
With no shirt on, he's got his cowboy hat on.
And I said, oh, Angel, you are in cowboy hat.
Yeah, it was pretty yummy. It was pretty yummy. Okay, all right. Let's get to know Becky a little bit more. Becky, give us a little bit of your background. I know you mentioned it a little bit and your workshop coming up, but how did this come to be? Like, how did you go from being hairstylist to, women entrepreneur boss
Oh,
lady?
Okay, so well, I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. I swear to God, I came out of the birth womb to like boom. I was never going to work for somebody else. I just have never have. I was going to be the boss lady, and I have been ever since. And so, married young, very young, moved to Arizona from Michigan, had 2 kids. We have a daughter and a son. Our son still lives at home. He's 19. He's graduating this year. So we're almost empty nesters. Yes. We're super excited about it. And I've always had my own hair business. And so I've always been a huge supporter of women my entire life. I don't know, in some past life, I don't know what it is, but I've always been one of those women to uplift another woman in no matter what situation it is. And so I felt like God gave me this talent, and I started supporting abused women's shelters, going and doing hair and speaking, and really trying to support the outside beauty so they could go get help on the inside. And so just constantly moving forward. And I think it was trying to think like 2012, one of my clients shared network marketing with me. And I was like one of those women, no, I'm not going to be her, because I had been nailed a million times, as you can imagine, being in business. And most women do direct sales or something, because it's fun. And I didn't know enough about it. And so I started there, started really with personal development. That's what I loved about network marketing. It is a huge opponent to personal development, which I thought is like, who doesn't need that especially in the world that we live in today? It's more so. So I learned about that, and it just was one thing in front of the next, right? And then I started developing my coaching program. And so it just one thing, keeps on leading to the next. And God's drawing me towards more and more and more. And I thought, how can I get out and help more women? Right. And so that's why Moms Create a Movement. This is my second conference that I'm doing. And the first one was such a hit. I thought, I'm going to continue this and showcase other women and really support more moms and moving forward. So, yeah.
And what are the dates again, Becky?
Say it again.
What are the dates again?
It's May 3rd. Isn't that Monday?
It is Monday. Monday.
May.
Yes, May 3rd.
Right?
May 3rd.
Angel, somebody was like, oh, can you do May 2nd or whatever? And I was like, oh yeah, just let me know, in a couple of weeks. I'm like, oh, that's next week.
May is next week. That's just crazy.
Here. Can you believe it? I know.
All right, Becky, where do they sign up?
So you go to momscreateamovement.com, momscreateamovement.com. And you can sign up. It's totally free if you want to come to it for free. Like I said, if you want to sign up for VIP, you'll get the recordings, you'll get the gifts that the speakers will give. And that part of that portion of that will go to Fresh Start for Women. Mm-hmm. So if you really want to support another woman out there in a small way, a small way for you is $47, right? It will be a huge support moving forward for a lot of women out there. I just this weekend, okay, so I got to share this because I have been wanting to do this forever. And, you just keep on putting it off. And I was like, okay, if you do it for somebody else, you will do it, right? More so than you do for yourself. It's just the way it is for a lot of us, right? We do more for somebody else than we do for ourselves. So this weekend, I cleaned out my closet. Oh, it feels so good. But over the years, I've been a million sizes up and down. And I think, oh, I'm going to get back in that size 4. Okay, honey, you're not 20 anymore, so settle down. And so, I'm like, okay, well, I got all my bags of clothes, and I thought, I'm going to take this over to Fresh Start when I get that check that I can take over there with them. I'm so excited. That was a great idea.
How fun to be able to take the big check and deliver, to make, again, that impact on somebody else's life. This show started because Tina and I had done an event, and somebody said, actually several people said, you guys should start doing and so you take those successes and what's working and well, we're going to do that again, and we'll keep delivering
for 2 weeks.
I know we thought it would only be for a couple of weeks, and we just celebrated our 1 year our 1 year anniversary
Oh,
of
that's
the
awesome.
show. Like we thought it would just be just that temporary gap in, you know, to fill that gap in the middle. But love what you're doing, Becky. And there are, like we said, there's so many moms that just they need to be rallied. They need the support, the encouragement, the tools. And I think a lot of us, you know, with the discovered personal development through an MLM or a network marketing company. And there's no other education like it that we could pour into ourselves, and investing in personal development will always win.
And it's so funny too. Dagmar and I were talking this weekend. Somebody didn't want to sign up for like $400 or whatever for some company. And I'm like, so you'd rather spend $200,000 on college tuition for 5 years and
Exactly.
hopefully find a job that's going to make you possibly $60,000? Like,
It's insane when you say
It is insane.
But when you've been embedded for all your life, right? You've been embedded in this all your life. I mean, come on, let's face it. Either way, it's a lot of work, you know, but what kind of work do you want to put forth that's going to pay you the most amount of money in the long run and be able to support more people in your life? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, you're going to support and you're actually pouring into others and you're having so much fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you're definitely having so much fun.
And the people that you go around to in network marketing, and you know, as long as you have a good business or whatever and a good mentor, they are so uplifting. No matter if they're like directly underneath you side, like they don't care. Like whatever you're doing, they're like, "Oh my God, you're a rock star!" Like it's so uplifting.
It's very supportive. It's very supportive, and you don't get that in corporate. You don't get that in mainstream. You don't get that at university, right?
Yeah.
And
you don't get that even in the government. Like, you know, no.
Yeah, you got to step on people's toes and you got to push people down in order for you to succeed.
You know, it's crazy because the more coaching I do, speaking to different types of women in different entities, right? It's like like I said, been an entrepreneur my whole life. So my whole life has been about networking and really developing and all of these things. And, you know, you start talking to corporate women and it's like, they're used to people clawing at their backs. And I'm like, wow, like it was such an eye opener for me because I come from the other side. Like I have no clue what is going on there, you know?
You know what, Becky, I think it was about 2 years ago, whenever it was, I had put out in this statement in the world, you got to be careful with your, you know, what you want, right? What you put out into the world. And I had said, you know, if somebody would pay me, you know, this amount of money, I would go and work for them. Like I had put a price tag on it and it was a big price tag, but I thought, you know, if somebody would just pay me that to do what I love, I would go work for them.
Somebody called you and said, here you go.
They did. And it was, you know, it was being the media spokesperson for this entity, you know, and kind of creating this new culture. And it was I was like, holy cow, like this was it. I've arrived, right? Somebody's going to hire me. They're going to pay me to do this. And you went through the interviews and it was, you know, first interview was this and second interview. And by the third interview, I told my husband, I'm like, they will suck the joy right out of me.
Yeah.
I mean, it will just destroy me. Like I just don't think I would last 6 weeks. You know, it was such a negative environment. It was this corporate and they're like, we want you, Angel, for your effervescence. That was the word they used, which was the compliment. But I'm like, yeah, they're just going to suck the joy right out of me. And so I'm like, I'm not going. I backed out. It was like, there was like going to be 6 interviews or something process. It was very competitive. But
it's so funny that you say that because when I was in the corporate world, I was the only female. I was in a male-dominated world. And it sucked the joy out of me. It was very negative, cursing all the time. Like,
what I hear.
Like even the guys some of the guys I still very good friends with and they love me to death, but there was some guys on there, they were like, how are you selling so much? What are you showing them? What are you doing to them? And I'm like, what?
Ew, right?
Like it was was a very negative world, and I was devastated when I lost my job. But I knew, one of the guys called me, and they were like, he was like, Tina Marie. He used to call me Tina Marie, which is my middle name. He was like, you would have not left if that didn't happen. You would have still been here, and you were too good for this place. And I was like,
oh, right.
yeah.
Right. But I think that sometimes like we think we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you know,
Yeah.
this is it. This is my path. Even for this person who's going to go to college, like this is the choice like that I have to make. And we don't realize that really you have choices. If you ain't happy, right, you've got choices, and there are, but it's not easy. You know, being an entrepreneur, right, where you are responsible, you are dedicated, you've got to show up for yourself. Right? You want to raise, you got to show up for work, right? You create your own destiny. And
what is it that you say where entrepreneurs are the only people that trade a 40-hour work week for a 100-hour work week?
Right. We're gonna work harder.
You wonder why you do it. Right? But then you snap right back to it, and you remind yourself why you started, right? I mean, that's the truth. It's so funny because, you know, with women in my chair my whole life, right? Like the chair was always turning with a bunch of women, and all the things that you would hear them say. It's like, man, I wish I could be my own boss. Man, all the things that you hear, it's just like, wow.
You were like the bartender, like everybody tells you everything, right?
Literally locked and key, girl. Throw it away.
All the stuff.
Everything.
And that's a big piece of how you pick, right? Not only do they do a good job with your hair, but they're a good listener, right?
Right.
And share
what do you
everything.
think I should? Because you go there every week. You know, my hairstylist, she was like my best friend in Savannah. And every week, and she would have the same people in her salon all the time, and you would hear all the different conversations, and she would look at me, and I'm like, oh.
There's a lot going on.
I know, and you're talking while they're blow drying, so you're talking loud, right? All right, so Dagmar, give us a little background into Miss Dagmar and all that you've got going on.
Oh my gosh. Well, I always like to start by saying that I'm a retired Army veteran. So, yay! I retired last year. I think I still have that, emotion that I finally did it. Like I'm done with it. So
you look way too pretty and glowy to be like retired military. Like you could.
Right. I know.
Tired, right? Like worn down, right? Look at her. She's so glamorous.
I mean, the Army did really took the best out of me, but I am so grateful for the opportunity that I had to serve my country, and that's why I always like to put my that out there so I can uplift that community and kind of like let them know that if I'm here, they can be here too. So I'm I'm a retired Army veteran. I am a podcaster and a network marketer as well. So I love that. I got into network marketing like back in 2013. So I've been in the industry for I'll say 8 years. Nearly 8 years. I love it, and I do it because it's so much fun. I have so much fun with it. And I also, I'm a podcaster. I like to say that I'm that by accident. It started like a simple Facebook Live, and then it turned into a podcast. I don't know how, but it happened, and I love it.
I was your first one.
Yes, Tina was my first episode. So
episode. She was
underscore that like hello in bold episode.
It's cute.
So I am so grateful and thankful for her to just trusting on the vision that I had for behind those lives, and everything has rolled and kind of like imploded after that. So now I am on my 27th today episode. It's going to be today at 1 p.m. So I'm so excited about it, and I love to I love to be the bridge of connection from, you know, other people out there with maybe not only with me, but maybe with that person that I'm showcasing on my episode, where they tell their story, the things that they went through, how, you know, overcome every single situation and, you know, turning into success. And for the future, while I'm working on my own book and, you know, creating a course, I do one-on-one coaching right now, but I want to turn this into like something bigger. So I'm working on that, and I hope that by this time next year is gonna be, you know, something bigger that it is that I have in my mind, right? So that's basically all about me right, for now.
Sparkly she is right now.
Actually, I've just seen her blossom over the last couple of months that I've known her, like completely blossom, you know, and her and I, you know, we throw ideas back and forth at each other, and she'll text me. She's up late night, and I'm up early mornings, and she's up late night, so I'll get up
Yes.
early in the morning. She'll ask me a question, and I'm like, texting her back, but I, you know, won't hear from her for hours because she's up late, and Tina
Yes.
can't stay up late night anymore.
Well, you get up early, and that's the thing with like all the different time zones, right? And where people are at. Like, you know, you wake up in the morning, it doesn't matter. Like, there's always going to be messages as soon as you wake up in the morning. And, you know, you used to be worried about, oh, can I send this message out? Like, you remember we could, you know, is it too early to call? Is it too late to call? Now you can just send it and they'll get it
when they get it.
Yeah. But do you remember the thing about you can't call like after 9 p.m.? Like that would be rude.
That
yes.
It's still a thing. Like it's a rule that you can't call after 9 or before 8.
Or before, right?
Yeah.
But you can text. You can text. So it does. So when you have the idea, right, or the thought, you can actually share it right then and there. Or ask the question when you're thinking about it, and just know that they'll get it. And it used to be, well, hey, you know, they're calling and texting. I don't have my phone. It just doesn't matter. Right? You get it when you get it, and respond when you can. Is that just me, or is that
I was talking to a friend of mine this weekend, and I was telling them, I was like, you know, it's like 10 o'clock. This is the time where we used to get up and go to the club and get dressed and go to the club between like 10 and 11. And now here we are going to bed. At 10
at 11, I'm already like looking, okay, where my pages are. I need to get them on.
And before it was like, yeah, as long as I'm home by 5, I can, you know, get up at 7 and be at work by 8. Like I used to.
You would do that and go to work the next day.
Yes, like that. Now I'm like, you got to give me like 2 months advance. Right. You got to be home by like 10 or 11. I cannot drink like that anymore. I need 8 hours. I have to be at work tomorrow at 9 o'clock. They're like 9 o'clock. I'm like, yeah, I gotta have my whole night routine.
Girl, it's so bad over here too. I'm like, I gotta have my rest. It's ridiculous, you know.
Oh, to be a 21-year-old again.
Yes. I said, my husband, I go, why is he out so late? He goes, have you forgotten? We
used to do that.
They're starting right now. I go, why does he gotta go to top off at 10 o'clock? That's ridiculous. He goes, okay, old lady.
Like 12.
I'm like, 10 o'clock? Like, I'm in bed. Like, what are you talking about?
I know, we've just crossed over. Like, we've all just totally crossed over. Like, I want to be in bed. I want to be in my jammies. I just want to be
I gotta take my makeup off.
Now I understand what happy hour means.
Yeah, you would go to bed with all your stuff on. Like,
makeup. You know, the creases are a real thing.
I know. Thank goodness for, you know, well, and so this is the thing. I don't know if it's thank goodness or not, but Zoom is so forgiving, like to be on camera, right? We're only from the top up, but right, it's so forgiving. And I think it's just going to be so weird when I'm seeing people like live and in person.
That's why I'm trying to get healthy now. So then that way nobody goes, oh, Tina, you look so different.
You look so different. You look so different.
Tina, is that you?
Your ass looks a lot bigger than before.
Not anymore. So I've been
the angel. she sent me a before and after picture the other day, and I was like, there is no way this is you. And she goes, yep.
Oh, I was eaten by a whale, right? In my first one. I felt like that, right? You know, when you're like, you're just used to seeing yourself and then you're not, right?
Spring
And,
photo.
so I've been, you know, like what am I trying to say? So the scale, right, tells one story. Tape measure tells another story, and then your clothes.
Yeah.
A whole different thing.
Third story.
That's what happened to me this morning. Like the weight was like, okay, I'm not moving. I was like, okay. And then I measured and I was like, okay, I lost inches. So, you know, that's good. I know that I'm on the right track.
Yeah. So everybody's talking about it's the inches, right? That matter.
Yeah.
So
most important ones.
right.
Yes.
So I've been doing this thing.
Come off on the wrong body part.
The wrong measurement, right? So I've been measuring my hips, right? My booty area. And it's not changed like at all, like the inches. And so I'm like so disappointed. But it went from being like flat and squished out.
I was gonna say, is it coming like here?
Yes. Yes.
So I saw these yoga pants. I swear to God, it was hilarious.
You gotta get those TikTok yoga pants that make your butt go.
Yeah.
Like
this girl was wearing these yoga pants, and it had this guy on each one with hands going like this, like hard, pushing it up.
I've seen those. Like the print is like somebody pushing, like
pushing it up. It is hilarious.
I wanted to get those TikTok yoga pants because they make your booty look cute.
Yeah, right. Like
yeah. So everybody's like, I'm losing inches. I'm like, mine inches isn't losing, but I think it had like flattened out. And now it went
from Zoom butt to booty butt.
Yeah. So it is.
I've been doing this booty bands thing, like on YouTube, and I got these like little leg bands, and you know, you do these little squats or whatever.
Yes, those things are.
Oh boy, my butt is burning.
Yeah.
Burning. Like I was laying on the ground the other day going, oh.
The things we do. You think entrepreneurship is hard? Try getting yourself like back in shape, right?
Seriously. Don't ever let yourself get out of shape because it's so hard to get back.
It is. It is so hard. It is so hard. Julie Burke came on back in March and she inspired us to, you know, start moving again. And because I just been later, like we'll get there, right? And we've been so lazy sitting around. But anyways, we're back. We're back on the wagon. We're on the wagon or whatever, right? Like all good stuff. Okay, so Becky, call to action, how people can get in touch with you. What do you want them to do? Give all that fun, juicy information. I mean, I know you gave it once, but let's do it again.
Okay, so my name's Becky Lafave, and I do have, my business is called Becky in Charge because I love to help women take charge of their life and their business and find that personal brand to start growing their personal business online. But like I said, I have that momscreativemovement.com where you can sign up for this free conference and get all the goods. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're a woman and you're a mom, this is going to fit you because we're going to be bringing the goods. We're really going to be bringing the goods, and I'm excited about it. So hopefully we'll see all of you there.
Yay.
Fabulous, fabulous. Dagmar, how do we get in touch with you and get all plugged into all your good, juicy stuff?
Yes. So you can find me in Facebook, Be Fearless Podcast, Dagmar Torres page. And you can also find me at know more about me and what I'm doing, what I have out there in dagmartorres.com. That's my website. And you can also join my community, Living Dauntless, on Facebook. So that's where I share all about me, my words, and oh my God, hold on. Excuse me.
It was the Be Fearless podcast. And then what was the Facebook group?
Living Dauntless.
Dauntless. Ooh, what a word. Like,
yeah, because I love it because it's so powerful and like it embodies everything that is, you know, daring, fearless, you know, like okay, you will go through it no matter what.
Right, you buy a yacht, Dagmar. I think that's going to be the name of your yacht or your
yes.
Right?
Yes,
or your airplane, Dagmar, whichever.
exactly. Well, you know what? I think I go for the airplane. Yeah.
Because we need to go places like
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and
Jet
dreams.
setters.
We've got places to go, and us single women, we got to go together because
Well, and Dagmar needs to come to Florida and like go like all like scouting for where she wants to
Yes.
go.
Where my penthouse is gonna be.
Yeah.
I need to go and check.
We found this was before I ever thought I would really move to Florida. We had just talked about someday owning a condo on the beach, and in Fort Lauderdale there's a whole row of them, and it's on Beach Boulevard or Ocean Boulevard.
it's ocean. It's
Ocean Boulevard. I'm like, right, an ocean facing condo on Ocean Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. I just thought like the address.
That'd be so awesome.
Yes, that would be.
When I went to Myrtle Beach that time, when I rented that condo for 4 or 5 days, it was right on the beach. Like our beach, that was our view in the morning. It was like the best view ever.
There is nothing like that. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law live in California on the bay, and they have a house like up on the cliff overlooking. Oh my gosh, it is breathtaking, right? Really, to look out over the ocean. There's nothing like it. It is amazing.
Beach is definitely our happy place. I think I need to make a trip down to Florida and come see you because the sea is calling my name.
He is calling, right? We're about an hour away from the ocean. We ended up moving to Orlando because our kids are here, right? We're 20 minutes from our kids. We're also 20 minutes from the airport because I was thinking, right, we would have events and masterminds and boot camps, and I wanted to be, centrally located to all of that. And we found a home I wanted to look at water, right? I had said, I want to look at water. So we have a pool, which we've never had before. And we have this
view that is like
lake.
die for.
Yeah.
I love her. I love that view. It's so beautiful.
Right? So yes, we're definitely going to do some fun events here, and that's why we bought it. And so, yeah, Tina, what do we say? Salt water cures everything. Ocean, sweat, or tears, right? We might need to cry it out, sweat it out, or just get some good ocean therapy, but salt water cures just about everything.
Oh, amen.
Well, ladies, it has been what a fun Monday, right? You've been so inspiring. Bright start, right? Obviously to our day, but absolutely to our week. You can just see you sparkle, right? When you talk about the impact that you are having in the world, and you just light up. And so you go, right? You just light that spark, right? We talk about Tina being the glow stick. Hers is different because gracefully broken, right? To shine so bright. Don't always have to be broken to shine brightly, but you guys are definitely shining your light. All three of you. I'm just loving the impact that you guys are all making, and that you're all collaborating together is so beautiful. So thank you for being our guests. I'm Angel Tussey. I am your media exposure specialist, your media matchmaker. If you are looking for more exposure for your business, your book, or your brand, we have a complimentary media starter kit at our website, makeyourbigimpact.com. That's makeyourbigimpact.com. A couple really fun Facebook groups for you to plug into. If you're looking to be a guest on other people's platforms, you can sign up for our free Facebook group at needaguest.com, and go to Facebook and sign up for that. Need a Guest. Dagmar, I hope you'll post your podcast in our podcast playground, which we just started as just a great resource to give you more exposure for your podcasts. And then, of course, we also have our Media Mastery Facebook group where we teach you all sorts of fun, really fabulous stuff for getting more exposure.
Oh, and we have a very exciting week because the Connect Summit is Wednesday.
That's this.
And you can go, right? I'm like, wait, how did that come up so quickly? You can go to connectvirtualsummit.com and grab your complimentary tickets there. I am actually one of the speakers there as well. We are talking everything relationships, building content, building relationships online, client retention, everything about relationships we're talking about this Wednesday. Go to connectvirtualsummit.com to grab your tickets. I am Tina Torres, your client retention expert, otherwise known as the Gratitude Specialist. And if you're struggling with attracting the right clients, not knowing how to connect to them, or even if you just don't know how to convert them into clients, I have a complimentary guide that I hope you grow your audience organically, online and offline. Connect and nurture those relationships authentically, and then take those relationships, turn them into paying clients. You can grab that guide if you text the word connection to 26786. That is the word connection to 26786. I also just opened up my client attraction program today. You can go to clientattractionprogram.com, join that group. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show. We come to you live every weekday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern. We're so grateful to you, our audience, for being our loyal fans. We hope we brought a bright start to your Monday. We'll see you guys tomorrow.